This is Lorraine Vachon, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today is Wednesday, June 3rd. And we're going to be playing with the Brew Some Fun stamp set. This is a great stamp set. It also coordinates with these dies, which are the warm wrap dies that came out during the last July to December catalog. And it was the one with the coffee cups, and so the dies that work well with this are the heart, and I think there's a flower die. Oh, this die here, which is a bow, and also this circle here, and this circle here, and this one here also. So I'm using some of these dies to make a card with this stamp set, Brew Some Fun. I like it because it has cute puns. Let's brew up some fun and send tanks with a whole latte love. So I love this, and you're my cup of tea. I thought that was really cute. So we're going to be using Granny Apple Green, and we're going to be making a special card. We're making a spanner card. So the spanner card allows you to have layers to your card. So this card will have 3 layers, and I like these cards, which are cool, but the thing is, I mean, this card, it's kind of flimsy, right? So what we're going to do is stabilize these two and make this a layer, this will be a layer, and this is the last layer. So what we do is we use a piece of cardstock that is 8.5 by 5.5, and we score it down here at 4 1/4, and then we cut this at 1 1/4, but just until the score line, 1 1/4 on both sides. Okay, so so that it gives you something like this. So what I'm going to do, and I've already cut pieces here. So I've got the Balmy Blue, and we're going to be using this designer series paper that only hostesses can get, and it is called the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. It's great because it has, I think it's a great, these are great papers for birthday cards. It's very lively, as you can see. So one side is lively, and on the other side it's black and white. So it's pretty cool. I love this, and I've used a lot of it already. Isn't this cool? And like I said, on one side black and white, and on the other side really, really colorful. So really nice colors that would make really beautiful birthday cards. So maybe that's what we're going to do. We're going to make it a birthday card. Don't know yet. So I've used this, and what I've done is I've cut these strips so that they can fit over these little panels here, and this is 1 1/8 by 4 1/8. I think that's 4 1/8. Yep. And this is a little smaller, so this is 1 by 4, and I am going to glue these. So I've got 4 of these panels that I have to glue together, and there it is, the 4th one is here, like that. And I love these hearts, so I'm going to glue these together using my Tombow multi-purpose glue. So just glue them like that. And then to make these panels feel like they are one piece, these panels here feel like they are one piece, I'm going to put a piece of acetate over it so that when I move one, the other one's going to move also. I'll show you how we will do that. So I just want to glue these pieces so that they are ready. I've also already stamped my images. I just need to color them. And yeah, I'm going to put this here, these colors here, so that I don't forget them. I'm just gonna, so I'm using this image here, which is that coffee cup. So not very much coloring. I'm using dark and light crumb cake for this piece here, the piece that it goes over so that you don't burn yourself. So it's kind of like the sleeve. And right, and I've already, like I said, I've already stamped the other images. So all I have to do is color. There we go. And assemble the card. So before I put these on my card, I will install this little acetate here. So this acetate measures, I think it's 5 by 1.5. It is 5 by 1.5. And what I want to do is, I want to make sure that it can be covered by these pieces. And these pieces will leave me about 1/16 of an inch all the way around. So on the left, on the right, on the top, and on the bottom. So I need to move this, make sure that when I glue this down that it will be hidden by these panels. So I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal Plus, and I'm going to put some strips here. Oops, right there, and here, here, and here, and I'm going to put them down here. Now, the other thing that you have to be aware of here is, if I put the card down, can you see? There are spaces. See? It's not, and I need to move these closer to make sure that they are really tight and they are right where they should be, right? So I don't want to put this down and there be like these big gaps, right? So I need to put this here. And I want it to be low enough. Okay, so maybe 1/8 of an inch. And I have the, there we go. There we go. And now when I cover these, it will cover them, right? So I won't see some piece of acetate, you know, on this side and on that side. So now I'm ready to put these on. And I have 2 more for the inside. Because like I said, this is kind of like 3 cards in one, so it's a 3-layer card. Okay, so here we go. There we go. I'm going to put this one down too, and then the other 2 we'll put on the inside. Okay, and I think these are called spanner cards because we're going to put things that will span from one end to the other. So see, now I have 1 piece that moves up, a 2nd piece, and this is my 3rd piece. So now I need to put these on the inside. And again, I want to make sure that I have some even space on the right. If I look at this, and if I move this down, I want to make sure that I have even space on the left and on the right. Here we go. And there we go. This one's good. And now this one. And it's really important that when you put your piece of acetate on your piece of plastic on this on the front here, that you do make sure that these are snug, because if you had big gaps, you might be seeing what's on the inside, right? It might, if you had a gap here, you would be able to see the piece that's on the inside, and you don't want that, right? So next is, I have some pieces here. So I have these pieces, so I want to draw some of these, and I want to cut them and then glue them. I have this that I stamped, which is this little heart, and then I stamped it, I cut it with my cut and emboss machine. I have this for the inside, which is Let's Brew Some Fun. So I could glue this right away down here, right? So why don't I do that? And this is the right side because I did some party hats, and this is too light and it's a bit crooked. So there's 2 sides to cardstock. So when you make a mistake, you just flip it over and you try again. So there we go. Trying to get even with the bottom. I can see that on the right side I went down too much, but that's okay. That's okay. That's what a handmade card is all about. this is, so I have two sides. I have this side or this side. So I thought that there were too many cups, so I decided to go this side, like that. I have hats on the bottom and spoons on the top. And then when I come down here, I want to put my sentiment on here, and this is what my son, it's your birthday, and I can put this on here like that. So I'm going to glue that on right now. So my colors here are Granny Apple Green and Balmy Blue, and in the designer paper there's all kinds of colors. There's Granny Apple Green. This, I'm not sure what it is. I would think it kind of sort of looks like peacock, pretty peacock, but not sure. So I have an extra heart here. I have these other things here. I have this bow. I have two more hearts, and I have this. So I have to color this. I haven't glued it down yet, so why don't I color it? And like I said, the colors that I used are Crumb Cake, and I'm coloring with my my Stampin' Blends, which are alcohol markers. So I'm using my light to start with. So I'm going to go pretty much everywhere. That. And like that. Salut Carole! And I'm going to be going a little darker underneath, or maybe on the, why don't I do it on the left, as if there's some light shining from the right, going like this, and then I'll blend it all together. So I'm just going, and I'm going quickly, so I'm going to get my little color lifter, because I might want to lift some of this color here that I've put here, gone over and here. So I'm just going to lift it a bit there. And I'm going to blend my darker with my light, just so that it blends all together and it doesn't look like there's a big difference. It's just, there we go. And I'm going to try to lift a little more here. My color lifter, like that and like that. Okay, now I'm going to use some of these gray granite, light smoky slate and dark smoky slate, and I'm just going to do underneath here, okay, underneath my cup lid, because there's a little bit of, just a little bit of shade. And I'm just going to go really on that light, on that line here, and then I'm going to blend a little. And maybe what I'm going to end up doing, oh my goodness, that's pretty dark. I'm going to end up making the whole cup a little light gray. Oops, I got the wrong color here. Oops. Let's see if I can lift that color really quickly. And then I'm going to work on the light gray over here. Is this light gray? Yeah, light smoky slate. Going to do it here, and the lid will stay white. Here we go. And I'm going to have to fussy cut these because they don't have any dies. So there we go. I'm just going to try to get this blended even more here, like that. Okay, so this is fine, and these are the cups that I will be cutting. I think I'll just fussy cut one or two. So I'm going to be more careful here, because these are going to be cut and put on top of this. So I'm just going to go quickly here, like that, just lightly. And I'm trying not to go on the edge, because that's what happens with these. When you linger too long in one spot, they kind of bleed over. So I don't want to go over my line. So I'm going to try to stay clear of the line, and if I am close, then I will, I'll try not to press hard. So again, trying to do this like that, Okay, now I'm going to go again. I'm going to try to blend this with the rest. Oops. Like that. I'll use my color lifter right here. Just do a couple of, there we go, it went away. Okay, so here, there we go. Just, I'm with the light color right now. So I started with the light, then I did the dark in the corner there, and now I'm with the light again. Now I'm just trying to blend that dark color so that it really looks like shadow. Okay, coming back to my gray. So I'm coming to the edge here, just going close to my line. And maybe I'll do the same thing on the bottom here. And then, I don't know if I'm going to use all three, but I'll do all three just in case. Just like that and like that. So this is the light smoky slate. Now I'm going back with the dark smoky slate. And I'm just going to just go along my line here. That. Same here. That, and then I'm going to come back with the light and try to blend this. Oops, I guess I forgot to come here. And see, just come here and here. And now, I think I just went over a little here. Try to get it, lift it right away. I think that will leave, that will be good. And now I'm just going to try to blend all this here. Trying to stay away from the edges because it will bleed. There we go. There we go. Et voila. There we go. Okay, so my cup is white and my lid is, my cup is gray and my lid is white. I want to use the Balmy Blue to do this little bow. I'll just do it quickly. Don't need to do much. It's not very, the bow is not very thick, and I will come back and just try to add a bit of shading on the knot in the middle and on the sides, but just lightly, just like that. Maybe a little here and there, and then I'll come back with my light and blend. Just try to blend this here like that. Okay, I also have a couple of hearts, and I can use this pale papaya to do the flowers in the, so I don't need to be very careful. If I'm just going to, if I'm in the middle and I know I won't go over, and then I come back and now I need to be careful because I don't want to go over the edges. And I think I'm going to use my soft succulents here so that I can do, is this it, soft succulents? No, this is just shade. Oh, my soft succulents. It's kind of sort of the same. I think it's just that it's a little, a shade lighter. So I'm going to do my leaves and come over with the dark and do the lines on my leaves, and then come back and just blend everything. And here we go. And here I have my elements. I can put all of this on here. So this is my second piece. So my second layer, and here we go, my second layer. Just glue this on here, leaving about about is it 1/16 of an inch all the way around. I will cut my little cups. They're pretty, they're a lot nicer than the image that I just glued, but that's okay because these are the ones that are going to be popped up on them. So I don't know if I'll pop up all three. Maybe I will. So it just takes a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes to cut these. It's really a small piece, so it's not long. And I love this set. It's kind of cute. It's coffee themed. All that is missing are some coffee beans. I could have stamped some coffee beans, but I don't have any coffee beans. So here we go. Oops. And this is a second little take out cup. There we go. So cute. I love takeout cups. I think that in every one of the catalogs, I think in another catalog, in the same catalog as the dies, I think there were takeout coffee cups for another stamp set. Yeah. So this will be your birthday card. So on the outside it says, "It's your birthday," and on the inside it says, "Let's brew some fun." Okay, so this is part of the new catalog, so it's here with us for a year. So I'm going to use a couple of dimensionals that I'll put on the back of these, 2 per cup, and I'm going to pop these up over the cups that are already there, like this. It just gives it a 3 dimensions. Let's just hope that my little, oh, see, it was calculated like that. Isn't that great? But I'm going to move this down to make sure that the next ones that I put on don't interfere with opening and closing this. There we go. And 1 and 2. There we go. So the second one, the third one, and there we go. So we have this. All we need now is "It's your birthday." We need to put this up here. We need to put a few of these hearts also. So I'm going to use the mini dimensionals to put the little bow right here on the bottom of "It's your birthday," like that. And I'm going to, am I going to pop this on dimensionals? I think I will. I'm going to pop this on dimensionals. I'll use the bigger ones. Okay, I just want to make sure I'll put them in the middle so I know that they will adhere to my card right like this. "It's your birthday." And I'm going to use one of these little hearts and I'm going to put it right here. There we go. This is it. I'm going to do it like this, or I don't know, maybe I'll just put it like this. So this card, did I put the inside in? Yes. So this card has 3 levels. It is a spanner card. It has 1 level. It has a 2nd level, and it has a 3rd level. Let's brew up some fun. So this is my card. I also have this card that I made also with another piece of designer series paper from the same collection as this, and it's just a bit different. And so this is the 1st level. The 2nd level is this, and the 3rd level is "Let's brew some fun." There we go. The 2 cards I made today. And thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Okie dokie.